Okay, so today we have Bauhaus and the Passion of Lovers. So somebody requested this recently, and actually Bauhaus has been requested a few times as well, because I have done a couple of reactions to them, and I'm always happy to come back to them with their gothic rock sound, their post-punk sound, those things that I like. So yeah, let's get into this, talk about it after, and let's just go. Almost 4 minutes long, yeah. Let's go. Turn it up. Already.
We have now faded down, never hurts to keep. And in a fear, we saw cracked edges. The passion of the buzz is for dashes, lick your lips and touch a feather.
Delivery.
And as I watched from underneath, I came aware of all the cheating. The little buttons so safe and sound, they were not dead, they got to ground. The passion of lovers is for them, they see. The passion of lovers is for them. The passion of lovers is for them, they see. The passion of lovers is for them.
So much conviction in his voice.
Breaks the heart just a little too much. I've heard jokes, but tried the lucky bad time. When she dips and wails, lifts her banshee smile. She gets a letter of the bigger to the letter. Passion of lovers is for them, says she. The passion of lovers is for them. The passion of lovers is for them, says she. The passion of lovers is for them. The passion of lovers is for them, says she. The passion of lovers is for them. The passion of lovers is for them, says she. The passion of lovers is for them. The passion of lovers is for them, says she. The passion of lovers is for them. The passion of lovers is for them, says she. The passion of lovers is for them. The passion of lovers is for them, says she. The passion of lovers is for them.
My God. All right, so there it is. Bauhaus, The Passion of Lovers. So like I said, with this being requested, I was thinking I haven't done Bauhaus in a while. I don't know if I've done a reaction to them this year or not. The year's almost over now. But anyway, I just love coming back to them. I love coming back to Peter Murphy's voice here. Of course, I think I've done one reaction, maybe two, to his solo stuff. But hearing them with Bauhaus, obviously, and just hearing Bauhaus all together, just with their quintessential post-punk sound, other bands that come to mind like Joy Division, even, I think of other bands like the Chameleons or The Fall, Cocteau Twins, bands of like that era that were just, I don't know, so important, I guess you would say. It had such a big impact. And just the beginning of this track with the guitar, and like I said off the bat too, I'm already, just into it so much. I just love that sound, that, I guess, quintessential post-punk sound, that gothic rock sound. It sounds so dark, and it sounds so kind of, I guess you might say, I got a hair on my lip. You might not say that, but you might say very spooky in a way. It's a spooky kind of dark sound, and haunting as well, obviously. And with Peter's voice, just like I said at one point during this the song, I guess too, he's just has so much conviction, and it's almost like when he started off the song, I had to look right at the lyrics because I was like, what is he saying? It was almost kind of hard to understand in a way. But then I kind of got used to his voice again because it's been a while since I listened to the man, and just the way he delivers the vocals, almost just so fast paced, and he's almost yelling, and like I said, he's just very my God, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, I guess I would say just very cutthroat. He's very to the point. And again, you talk about here some poignant lyrics. And with the guitar on this track too, just very intense. I mean, the guitar and the bass track, but the guitar and the bass, very intense, very, like I said, dark before. And with the personnel, I just have to, give everyone their due one more time here. Peter Murphy, of course, on lead vocals. And again, I just love his voice so much on this. Just that blend of gothic rock and post-punk. It's just a sound that I've come to really enjoy as a big punk fan, but who would never really get into post-punk too much until the channel. So anyway, Daniel Ash, of course, on guitar and backing vocals on this one too. David J on bass, of course, and then Kevin Haskins is on drums. And it says, I think on this one it says drum machine. I don't know if he's on both drums and drum machine, but either way, that's what Kevin Haskins was doing. But yeah, and again, just so bold and brash, and just so big and dark, and I can't say it enough, just dark as hell, and haunting, and just I really enjoy this. And the way that, like I said, with how Peter's delivering these lines and stuff, and kind of just being a little bit yelly, I guess you might say, being very loud, that just adds to the whole, I guess, mystique of the song, or the whole aura around the song, and just the darkness that goes with it. So anyway, I've said darkness so many times now. And moving on to these lyrics, now I just want to say, because I like to get a meaning of tracks and stuff like that to seem like I know what I'm talking about. But on this one, I don't know if I understand everything. Like for me, it seems like obviously we're talking about love here. We're talking about almost like obsession in a way. Talking about, I would say the woman in the song that Peter is kind of watching, and he even says that in the second verse, which we'll get to soon. This woman seems to be somebody who likes danger, somebody who likes to be a little bit risky in a way. Where she sought cracked pleasures and stuff like that. But anyway, going on, she had not painted arms that were hers to keep. So again, Peter kind of describing her, looking at her, in her fear, she sought cracked pleasures. That's what she seeks out, kind of cracked pleasures. The passion of lovers is for death, said she, licked her lips and turned to feather. And it goes on. And again, he's really watching her. And as I watched from underneath, I came aware of all the things that she keeps. The little foxes, so safe and sound, they were not dead. They'd gone to ground. Again, just talking about how they're not dead. They're just gone to ground. But anyway, I think about maybe her inner thoughts or inner desires, whatever, these things that Peter's kind of finding out about her. I became aware of all that she keeps. These little foxes, safe and sound, which could be, I guess, maybe some kind of metaphor. Anyway, I'm just, going off in my own head here. And then we have the chorus, which again, the chorus, is where we almost, I was going to say during the song, but it almost kind of gets crazy. Things just get so loud, the guitar, the bass, the drums, it all kind of intensifies even more. And Peter's just wailing, with that soaring voice. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, this is something, to behold, especially with the headphones on. It's so loud. I'm like, oh my goodness. Anyway, very intense. The passion of lovers is for death, said she. And that's just repeated on and on. The passion of lovers is for death. And I talked about earlier how it seems like, this is very important, obviously, the repetition, and just talking about how passionate, and, talking about true love and how passionate you have to be, that maybe only death can end that true love. And, maybe death, it's so powerful that, it has to die. It's just like, my God. Anyway, and then we have the last verse here, of course, where she breaks her heart just a little too much, and her jokes attract the lucky bad type. When she dips and wails and slips her banshee smile, she gets the better of the bigger to the letter. Which again, these last two lines of this verse are very good, I think. I love the writing style on it. The better of the bigger to the letter. Just, I don't know, I like it. My God. Anyway, love the writing. The lyrics, anyway, she breaks her heart just a little too much. I think about how she's too hard on herself. And this girl, this woman, whatever, she seems to be very to have very high standards for herself, I would say. She seems to be confident, and again, maybe she's a little too hard on herself because of that, and her jokes attract a lucky bad type. Maybe she lures in maybe the wrong kind of people, but at the same time, you know, she flashes this banshee smile, as it says in the third line here, and, you know, it attracts people, you know, leaves people in awe kind of a thing, and then they're attracted to her, and then either way, though, with that last line, it seems like she, no matter her size or whatever, she gets the better of bigger people. She always comes out on top. She's in control of, you know, of everything, of her own, I guess, life or whatever. No matter if it seems like she's down and out, it seems like she's still going to rise to the occasion. She's fearless. She's unafraid. She's again, she's just kind of herself, and she's confident, and she's going to come out on top in the end, whether it seems like she will or not. And this, I don't know, that's just what comes to my mind. I don't know if that makes sense or not for what the song might really be about. But yeah, she seems like a thrill seeker and a dangerous kind of person, whatever. A person who likes danger and, you know, kind of lives off of that and, you know, takes risks and all that stuff. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And of course, you know, the chorus at the end where the repetition of the passion of lovers is for death, said she. And Peter just delivers that so well to finish it off. And again, I just love his cutting voice. And it's just such a wild kind of feeling too with just these early 80s. Just how, you know, that style, how Bauhaus would influence many other bands that would come after them. And so yeah, I just love that style, that wild music that they had. I guess I would say, you know, it sounds very wild, whatever. And just again, it's a moody track. It's dark again. It's haunting. All these words that I've said earlier. But yeah, I just love it so much, and I love this kind of style. And and again, as somebody who loved punk, you know, as a person, and like when I was in high school, I really enjoyed punk. I never really listened to post-punk. And, you know, come to find out, you know, years later, I really enjoy post-punk. And anyway, so I guess that's all I'm going to say. So I don't want to make this video too long. I've been making videos way too long since I've come back from being sick. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for the requests as well. And thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff. And thanks for also, you know, people saying, you know, get well and all this stuff. Because, yeah, I don't know, I just got sick last week. And like I said, I couldn't talk, which was very weird. But anyway, we're back. And this was very fun. So I'll talk to you guys again soon. My goodness.